I'm gonna try and make this pretty quick, since I just posted a video. Let's see, what time did I post it? It couldn't have been more than 30 minutes ago, at best. This is about Seaworld. See, 11:35. Okay, so it was like 25 minutes ago. Seaworld is evil. It's evil. With how they treat orcas. As far as I'm aware, we're only aware of what's going on to the orcas at SeaWorld. Imagine what's going on with the rest of the animals that they're training. Anywho, any place that forces breeding, separates social animals, masturbates male orcas for forced breeding, a place that causes dental health issues, which leads to a lot more problems than you would think, has a system where many trainers have died because of an orca lashing out, a place where after Blackfish came out, 84% of their profits just decreased. That's 84%. That is a lot. They don't even have 20% profits anymore, and they're not changing. And the thing with SeaWorld is, how could they change? I have a suggestion of how we can study marine animals without taking them from their habitat. I don't know how that would work, but build a see-through tunnel that's strong enough to handle the pressure of being underwater, and have the tunnel going around, like in a 5-mile loop or something like that, and let people see marine animals in their natural habitat. Anyway, the fact that SeaWorld has someone who masturbates orcas, probably not just orcas, for forced breeding, and shortly after the mothers give birth, they take the babies away and give them to some other awful aquarium theme park. They don't deserve to be open. They need to be shut down. And I plan, before I go back to California and protest there, I am going to protest down in Miami if they don't shut down before then. And I'm hoping that they realize, they as in anybody, gets to the point where they shut SeaWorld down. If it doesn't happen between now and 6 to 8 months from now, I will go. I think about it all the time. I'm going to go down there. I'll save my money, save for gas, go down there. Even if I have to do it alone, I will protest. I will sit there as long as I feel necessary. And then when I go back to California, I'll do the same thing at SeaWorld there. Because it's just too important, like I feel weird saying this because I don't agree with any of it, but I feel like capturing sea creatures and keeping them in such small places is more cruel than capturing wild animals and having them in a zoo. I mean, what are the chances of us capturing a wild animal and putting it in a zoo now? Because almost all the animals there are born captive there. Not saying it's right, I don't like it, but I feel like more passion needs to go to marine wildlife. passion needs to go everywhere, but marine wildlife is really what needs us right now. Because orcas and dolphins and seals, they're used to swimming a lot during the day. An orca almost 100 miles. I'm guessing most dolphins are about 100 miles plus. Sea lions travel from coast to coast all the time. They're being kept in a place that's really not even the equivalent of a football field. Now imagine having an orca, ginormous fucking orca, and picture that in the middle of a football field. That's insane. It's cruel. They commit suicide. They hurt each other. They hurt themselves. And there's just everything wrong with it. People who just don't, if people just looked into it, even if you don't really care, you have to see that there's wrong in that. Like, how would you feel if you were taken from everything that you're familiar with, everything that you're happy with, all the people you love? Imagine being taken away from that and put into a bowl this big. That meaning that you can stand in it, obviously, but imagine being like, okay, let's see if I can show you my room. Imagine just being stuck here for the rest of your life and made to perform for people, denying every shred of your natural instinct, being deprived of stimulation, being deprived of socializing. Like, it's, if you have any empathy, you can understand that that just isn't good. It's not good for physical or mental health. And it's not good all around because people are fucking dying. Not just orcas. People are dying too because of this, and SeaWorld won't stop. So hashtag boycott SeaWorld. I cannot fathom why it took this long for us to find out. Meaning SeaWorld is actively trying to fight and hide what they're doing. We got all of this information. Imagine what they have been doing without us knowing. Imagine what they're hiding. So hashtag boycott SeaWorld. I hope people who see this video do their research, and if you feel like it's something you're passionate about, I suggest, if you can, I suggest going to your local SeaWorld and boycott the shit out of it. Boycott the shit out of it. See if you can grab other people. If you can't grab other people, do it yourself anyway. People need to know, and it needs to be stopped. I believe that even if the captive orcas were set back into the ocean, I think they would be okay. They are one of the most top predators of the ocean, and they're social creatures. They are social creatures. Other orca are very likely to automatically take them in, and their natural instincts will kick in. Unlike like if there was a tiger born in captivity, that tiger needs training. And by the way, okay, another thing, there is a woman, she has, I forget where it is. It's somewhere, I believe it's somewhere near Alaska or something like that. I forget. But she actually set up this, like, I think it was like a 500-mile radius or something for rehabilitating orcas so that they can get used to being in the ocean before having this big-ass ocean to work with. So please, boycott SeaWorld. Boycott SeaWorld. Boycott your local aquarium theme park. Boycott the shit out of it. Because it's just not right. You can claim that you own this piece of land, but no one owns the ocean. And no one owns what's in the ocean. If the orcas and dolphins could talk, I'm pretty sure they already understand us. They're intelligent creatures. But if they could talk, imagine what they would say. Imagine what wild orca would say versus a captive orca. God, it just drives me crazy. Hashtag boycott SeaWorld. Free the orca.